What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video I saw Ty making a video saying that this is the lineup that he would run if the 250k tournament was today. So this is going to be a very interesting one. I want to see what kind of his opinion is, and because I obviously made my best team mostly centered around next gen, but I made my best overall team trying to get it between both the gens yesterday, trying to decide what I believed was the best team. And I want to see how close I am. Obviously, Ty is all current gen. Ty does not know the first thing about next gen. I'm putting that out there right now. He does not know the first thing about next gen. So he's going, he can't, although I know a lot more about next gen than current gen, I'm definitely going to be a lot of time more biased towards next gen. Man, he won't boot up next gen. He's just scared. He is literally just scared to play competitive next gen. But it'll be interesting to see how close we are to getting from our squad to Ty's squad. So let's see what he chooses. Also, lads, just a heads up, best current gen 2K player in the world. A link to his channel will be in the description. And also, lads, as one very interesting thing that I know for a fact a lot of you guys would be interested in, and you may not have seen it already. Basically, if you guys don't know, I have a second YouTube channel, the Mick channel. Obviously, it's a lot of videos, just me rambling. Obviously, there is one of myself talking about the European Super League, talking about the packs, talking about things like Zens. I do a series called 2K Rambling. But another big thing is that we do podcasts, and the last guest was Mr. TYDEBO'S himself. So a link to the podcast channel will be in the description as well. And if you guys don't want to see the whole thing and just want to watch specific clips like him talking about the 250k tournament and a few other things, there will be clips uploaded onto this channel. So let's try to get the 6.9k subs on this channel by the end of today. But yeah, anyway. So now let's get back to Ty's video.
I'm back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be building the best squad possible in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM.
I'm not going to say I can be the judge of that, but let me just say this first. If he brings out someone who's a bum on next gen, I will tell you he's a bum on next gen.
So the $250,000 tournament,
like for example, if he whips out a Kobe Bryant who's not in the top 50 cards in the game on next gen, even though he is probably top 10, 15 on current gen, then this is very much a just current gen. Not best team on my team, best team on my team, current gen.
What squad would I go out there with? Yes, for $250,000. What is the lineup that I would?
Well, 250k was current gen.
What are the 10 guys that I think would give me the best chance to win? That is what I'm going to be going over today in this video. But before we dive into that, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing
that sub button. Hit that sub button.
260,000 subscribers. So we're just going to start off here at the point guard position, at the starting point guard position. One of the easiest ones for me to
Grant Hill
is plug in Grant.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what gen. Grant Hill number one.
Top 10 point guard. You know that Grant Hill was at the top of
number one.
Top 10 point guard list.
Numero uno.
Deservedly so. I do firmly believe that he is the best point guard in NBA 2K21 with my team, and I don't even think it's particularly close. It's 6'8" pro.
Next gen Maravich is close, but no, between both gens, yeah, it's without doubt Grant Hill. I think I had Luka as my second.
I don't even mind his release
on
my list. To be honest with you. And I mean, the big thing is if you're playing unlimited, you don't have to green every shot in the game anyways. Like, a lot of the whites go in. Now, you will green everything on next gen with him. Super fast kind of timing of a release. But I really do like Grant Hill. I like what he can bring to the table, especially on the offensive end. After Grant Hill, we are going to talk about the shooting guard position, in which I am going to plug in center shooting guard Kevin Durant.
Yeah, two guard KD is number one.
More than a guy, let's say.
KD is the number one on. If you can give KD goal blind, he's number one next gen. I think he's number one on both gens. KD is unbelievable. KD is unbelievable.
Let's say like DeRozan. Here's the thing about Kevin Durant. He's 6'10". That length is something that you just can't make.
Definitely. I agree.
Obviously, right now, I don't play the game enough, in which I've been struggling lately with Kevin Durant's release. But normally, one of the most knocked down releases in 2K. And it's just really the
I don't agree with that, but it's good.
6'10". He can cover a lot of ground, can really get in lanes. And that's the thing you're going to see throughout my whole entire squad, is how much height and versatility I'm putting out here. Because the thing is, now in 2K, everybody's running super tall lineups. You're not seeing the Juan Carlos Navarros of the world.
But no. You're talking about current gen. If you're talking about next gen, I'm putting it out there right now. I just want to say the small guys are fine on next gen. The height doesn't make as much of a difference. And man, me with D-Will's a demon on next gen. Like people are using Maravich over Grant Hill. No. Current gen, yeah, height's everything. Next gen, no, not so much.
Anymore, really, the way Wade, like, you're not seeing those
people are running Rondo.
Because people now know that, wow, people can run, Chris Webber at point guard, So that's the thing that we're starting to kind of see the transition to, is these super, super tall lineups. At the small forward position, the fake card himself, Danny Ferry. Now, if I had to play in 250,000 for 250,000,
wait a minute. If he goes Giannis and Kareem, this is literally my starting five.
I would have grinded for Danny Ferry on repeat. There's no.
Danny Ferry's the god. He's god tier.
He's absolutely.
He's the best on next gen.
I shouldn't say.
He actually is. Funnily enough, the best 1 through 3 on current gen are the best 1 through 3 on next gen. If he somehow has Giannis and Kareem, that is probably the best 5 on next gen, or maybe Giannis and Wilt. But even on next gen, it's probably the best 5.
Release has the best release in the game. It's not necessarily the easiest because of how quick it is. It's not like he's
easiest on next gen.
Can handle the ball, can play defense, can shoot the ball. Like, he can literally do everything on the court. You go 6'8", 6'10", 6'10", and your lineups already got a ton of height. Defensively, more than anything, is where you're really going to notice that big time.
Yeah, Danny Ferry's unbelievable. He's the best.
We're starting the man,
Giannis,
the legend.
Yeah, Giannis is unbelievable. Both gens, he's god tier.
This Giannis, I don't know why they released the Giannis like this so early. I'm guessing the next Giannis we're going to get is just a
Ty. Do we not remember on the 6th of March we got a better card than this last year, and he could play point guard? Let's not forget we had point guard Giannis on 6th of March last year. Like last year, it was like quite early in May when we got Oppo Giannis. Like,
I say Giannis like this early when we're in the middle of April, but this Giannis is incredible. The other Giannis's in the past haven't necessarily had the best dunk packages. This Giannis is so much better. So much better. I think he has a hot spot from that left hash as well. And he is absolutely incredible. I love his Giannis's release.
So much better.
And again, so you go 6'8", 6'10", 6'10", 6'11", and we all know what Giannis is.
It's Ty, so I think he goes Wilt.
Giannis is the type of dude on offense, you don't really have to do anything with him.
I think he goes Kareem.
Kind of stand there in the corner on the court. But if you want to, run your offense through Giannis in a 5-out type of setting,
can rim row him. He's god tier.
That as well. His speed glitch is so crazy because
and it's behind the back next gen.
And athletic he is. Again, I'm loving just kind of the makeup of my starting lineup, and I really put in my opinion, best 5 in this starting lineup. We're not saving anything for the bench. We're going out there with the guys. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, in my opinion,
I mean, saving anything. He's either probably got he's on current gen, so he's either got Kobe or Luka or Weber off the bench at point guard. Probably T-Mac or DeRozan at the 2. I don't know. Kawhi, Melo, probably not Melo, actually, it's current gen. Can't run KD, so probably AK at the 3. I don't know at the 4, and Wilt at the 5. Like, the bench is still going to be god tier.
Best 5 cards. Or what are the top 5
bench still gonna be god tier
in the game at the current moment. At the center position, we are going to go ahead and start Kareem.
That's literally my team.
Now,
that's literally my team, my big 5.
Better Kareem or Wilt? And my answer to that question is it's ultimately preference. For me,
I prefer Kareem.
I prefer Kareem just because I feel like he moves a little better on the defensive end. But the more I'm using Wilt, the more I like Wilt too. Like, both of those guys are absolutely incredible. Honestly, wish you could play them together, but they only have center eligibility.
That's why for me, the number 1 and number 2 cards in the game are Giannis and Danny Ferry, because you can play these guys together. You can't play Wilt and Kareem, so you can't put those guys as number 1 and 2 because, well, you have to put one of them on the bench. You can't start them.
Which is kind of a letdown. You guys can see the average height of my starting lineup here is right around 6'11". That's absolutely insane to think that your average height.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I guess it's probably 6'10" because you got KD and Ferry, but 6'10", 6'11" in your average lineup, like, that is just absolutely ridiculous to think that we're at that stage
the height is crazy
right now. where people can just go out there with the tallest liners possible.
The height is absolutely
and have
crazy.
A lot of success. Now, I might get a lot of hate for my bench point guard, guys, because he's not a card I was super high on when to.
Are we going to have the exact same final 10? I was thinking, like, AK, because I'm pretty confident, because I've seen Ty play, I'm pretty confident he's going to put AK in. So we've now basically got D-Rob. It's obvious, there's obviously, Ty, I think, is tall, high, and maybe he has DeRozan because he's current gen. With Luka, I'm kind of shocked Luka's in over Kobe.
50K was actually played. But the more I use Luka Doncic,
yeah, I was like, he didn't even like Luka.
Competitive type level setting on, like, let's say a Hall of Fame type difficulty where releases are super important. The more I like him. Like, his release, guys, it is lights out. If you can't green with Luka Doncic, you probably can't green with.
Yeah, it's XM based. It's the easiest release in the game.
His release is absolutely incredible. Has the Pro 2 Curry escape, Pro 1 move behind the back, which I personally don't even mind that much.
Pro 1's really good. Pro 1's really good.
Guy you're probably going to see today. I'm thinking at 6'7", which that's not even bad.
So that means T-Mac at 2.
That's still.
It means he's not running DeRozan.
You could put Kobe Bryant as your backup point guard if you want. But
not if you're on.
Like what Luka gives me.
No. I'm good with Luka. I'm good with Luka because he's god tier on both gens. But I'm telling you, if you have Kobe Bryant in this, you cannot call this the best team in 2K21 because he is a trash can on next gen. I mean, compared to a Luka. Obviously, but like on next gen, I mean, Kirk Heinrich's better than Kobe. They ruined them. Like they literally ruined them with the slasher dribble style. And like if you know anything, you could say this to anyone who's like high level 2K player on next gen. Minus RCA because the way he plays is so unique that he needs different things. They will tell you the slasher, unless you have quick or shifty dribble style, do not play them at point guard.
Just that little bit more. Shooting guard, guys, we're going to go with a guy who I'm personally not that much higher on than is Galaxy Opal. Now, a lot of you guys might be like, what?
He's a billion times. I agree on current gen, they're very similar. He's a billion times better on next gen.
The real only difference, obviously badge-wise, he is just a little bit better outside of steady shooter, but the biggest difference is that he has a Curry escape. Other than that, there's not that big of a difference between this Tracy McGrady and the Galaxy Opal T-Mac. So if you're wondering about a guy to pick up, Galaxy Opal Tracy McGrady is still absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
talk about a
current
guy
gen, not next gen.
Who has a good
I wouldn't use him on next gen.
McGrady. I absolutely love his player model. I think Kevin Durant gives me a little bit more. But that doesn't take away what T-Mac can give me. Now, I run T-Mac with Luka because if T-Mac's going to be in my squad, he's going to be my primary ball handler. That's just the way it's going to be. Not to say Kevin Durant couldn't, but I absolutely love what T-Mac
on next gen, Kevin Durant's a primary ball handler.
Especially in the half court.
He's glitchy.
That Pro 2 Curry escape.
He's glitchy.
After T-Mac here, we're going to go with one of the players kind of similar to Danny Ferry.
You're kidding me.
Off-brand Danny Ferry. In AK.
Okay, it's literally D-Rob with the same team.
See where I'm trending.
I know, because I know he likes AK.
98 type players that they don't have.
This is crazy. Like he has 2 Hall of Fame Hall of Fame blinders players. Like these guys are a god tier on next gen. I don't rate either of them that highly on current gen. Surprised to see both of these guys. I'm not surprised at all with starting 5. I'm surprised to see both of these.
Do much on the offensive end. And that's not to say Danny Ferry and Andre Kirilenko can't do much on the offensive end. But they're there mainly for defense.
Maybe he's Bosch at the 4?
So far, my backups, we go 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". Obviously, AK, you can't really... You can compare him to Danny Ferry, but he is just a very, very worse version of Danny Ferry.
I'm telling you, I'm saying this right now. On current gen, if you can green with AK, he's not that much worse than Danny Ferry. Because, in my opinion, 98 on quick is better than 98 on very quick. And neither of these guys can Curry slide. The difference is that Danny Ferry can Curry slide on next gen. Yeah, obviously he got steady on AK. I don't think on current gen, for me, there's not that much of a difference. On next gen, night and day. Both great, though.
That doesn't mean AK is bad. AK can still get it done at an elite level. I can't tell you how many games, right, I play in a competitive type state, in which Andre Kirilenko has 0 points. But then there's some games he'll drop 15 in a quarter.
You don't need to score with everybody. You don't need to score with every player.
He can be elite on the offensive end, but you always know that Andre Kirilenko is going to be able to get you stops.
His defense is unbelievable.
And because of that, he will play in my 250K squad if it was today. Backup power forward, guys. We're going to talk about a guy here in Galaxy Opal D-Rob.
No.
Now, I contemplated putting Dark Matter Chris Bosh in this lineup. I really...
Wait a minute. Did we literally have the exact same? I was like, oh yeah, are we going to put Bosh or D-Rob? Like, did we literally have to contemplate the same players? Did he watch my tier list video yesterday before making this? Or is this the first time we've actually been on the same wavelength? Despite the fact he's talking purely current gen, I'm talking mostly next gen and trying to put a little bit of current gen in.
He truly did. But the big thing is, D-Rob's 7'1", Chris Bosh is only 6'11". That's really the biggest difference here. You guys,
because like Wilt is a no-brainer.
David Robinson is just that little bit better defensively than a Chris Bosh type of player.
Wilt,
guys, we are going to
Wilt's a no-brainer.
Last but not least, glitched.
Mad. Absolutely madness. So, we play 2 different gens. And I'm telling you guys, if you replace Luka, I always said Gold Blinders Luka maybe as good as, what's his name? As good as Pistol Pete Maravich. So, probably Pistol Pete in for Luka Doncic. And that's the best team in the game on next gen. That's literally the best team in the game on next gen. Or, like, you can argue that it's the best team in the game on next gen. And like considering it's Ty's team, it's probably a lot of people would see that as the best team in the game of current gen. So again, I've just been looking a little bit on current gen, but it's madness. The best team on both gens are probably the exact same. I don't think that'll ever, or potentially the exact same. I don't think that'll ever happen again. Like on my team, if I'm out here running, with my difference between my current gen and next gen team is crazy. Like my team is definitely not going to be able to run on current gen because I'm out here running Darren Williams because of his hot blinders and stuff. But like it's mad when you go to the best of the best, it's probably the same guys on both gens, which is nuts. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That's the video. Literally, not only the same players, they're in the same freaking position, like same starting 5, same bench 5 as I had in my video. Madness. We actually are on the same wavelength. Mad. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.